Hey guys, Prowl 1701 here, and today we're going to be talking about the First Doctor. And my question is, what is your favorite Dalek story from the First Doctor's era? And the First Doctor has 4 Dalek stories, so it seems like a legitimate question since he encountered them several times. Now, I have never seen Dalek's Master Plan. I believe that's the only Dalek story I haven't seen at this point. Of course, it's a little difficult with 3/4 of it missing. But I've never listened to the audio, I've never seen the surviving episodes. Don't know a lot about it. But looking at the other 3, it's easily the Dalek Invasion of Earth for me. I really like the Dalek Invasion of Earth. I love the goodbye scene. I think that's one of the best companion departures the show has had, which is really impressive considering it's the first one. I think Susan got a good send-off. William Hartnell is phenomenal in that scene. That speech of his at the end is "One day I will come back." I think that's one of the First Doctor's most iconic moments, possibly his most iconic moment. It's a great speech, and Hartnell just sells it. It's definitely one of those clips. You can understand why it's in so many fan trailers. It's such an iconic moment in Doctor Who. And I also really enjoy the location work, whereas a lot of the other stories, or most of the other Dalek stories, like the Daleks, the Chase, is mostly, on sets in the studio or just kind of barely outside. There's a lot of really iconic location shooting for the Dalek Invasion of Earth. Seeing these iconic shots of the Daleks running around the city. Well, I'm assuming that's London they're in. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm assuming that's London. It looks so cool. It's just so cool to see Daleks, those shots are iconic for a reason. Just to see them going around the city across the bridge, that's really cool. I like that. I enjoyed the guest characters in this a lot. I think they're a lot of fun. I enjoyed watching them. I think they do a pretty good job with their stuff there. And it flows pretty well for 6 parts. It doesn't seem overly long. It seems to fill out its runtime really well. I like the Dalek Invasion of Earth. The other 2 I have issues with. Like the Daleks is too long. It drags. It's 7 parts. It drags. It needed to be 4 or 5 parts. It just drags. Seeing the Dalek city interior just gets boring after a while. It's not bad, and I'll give it a couple points for being the first one. But it's hard to go back and watch that first Dalek story for me. Really hard. It's one of those watch it every few years ones. And then the Chase is weird because it depends on what episode you're watching. So I think the first episode's pretty good. The second episode is hit or miss depending on what you're talking about in it. The third episode, I liked the first half when you had Peter Purvis as the guy from Alabama when they're on the Empire State Building. That's hilarious. That's funny. I love that. Even the Dalek that's, questioning him is like, what the heck is up with this guy? Let me get out of here. He doesn't even take the time to exterminate Peter Purvis. I like that. That's funny. The 4th part is garbage. The whole Frankenstein Dracula episode, garbage. Garbage. Badly edited, garbage. Really hurts this one. And then the 5th episode doesn't really need to be a whole episode. It just seems like it's setting up episode 6. Which is great. Episode 6 is great. I like episode 6. A lot going on, a lot of action. It's nice to actually meet Steven. Steven's cool. Love some of the set design in it. Like the mechanoid and the Dalek fight. It's a pretty epic fight for a classic 60s Who budget. It's done really well. Pretty good fight. Love Ian and Barbara's departure. Another great companion send-off. Really like episode 6. If they made it a 4-parter, and episode 3, the first half was the part with the Alabama guy, and then you cut out the Mary Celeste stuff because that's uninteresting to me. And you just made part 3, basically episode 5 was, introducing them to the mechanoid planet, just trimmed that down to half an episode, and then had part 4 as the final episode, which was 6. That would have been good. That would have been good. I would have liked the Chase a lot better. As it is, definitely the Dalek Invasion of Earth. That's the only one of the Hartnell master stories I've seen that I would just flat out call a classic. I still have to see Master Plan at some point. So what is your favorite First Doctor Dalek story and why? Comment down below and let me know. I'm always curious to hear what you guys think. And if you would, I'd appreciate it if you go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you like my channel, if you would watch it regularly and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button. My goal for 2023 is to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I am working my way up to that. So I would appreciate that. Don't forget to click that thumbs up button. That helps me with the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate that a lot as well. I also have a Patreon if you like what I do and like to contribute to what I do, because that does help keep all the bills paid. There's a link to that down in the description below. I have several different tiers there to look at. I also want to give a shout out to some of my top tier patrons, Perkins and Stephen Crane and Colin Coney. I appreciate their continued support as I do the support of all of my patrons. They get all sorts of neat stuff there. Early access to a lot of videos. I know they're getting stuff a couple months ahead as I record this. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of early access stuff way ahead at this point. And exclusives too, like this is actually the second attempt at this video. The first attempt, I was actually walking around outside. The original version of that will be a patron exclusive on the Patreon website, available, I think it's at tier 3 and up. Have access to that one. So if you want to check that out. I also have a P.O. box down in the description if you would like to check that out, if there's anything you want to send me to look at and review. And a link to my Amazon wish list is down there as well. Most importantly though, thank you for watching.